Hello all, good evening. My name is Vittala Uppaluri and I'm a former international player. Also, I've been as an in-team coach for the international championships. And firstly, I would like to thank Roller Skating Federation of India for being invited me here for this live session. Uh, Also, it's a great initiative by our federation. Uh, I'll just wait for a couple of seconds so that people join. Good evening. Hello. Today, I'm going to talk about early sports specialization, which actually relates to all the athletes who are actually aiming high in the sport. And it's a years of experience that I would share with you all. I have been traveling with the Indian team since 2004, and I have a couple of experience which I need to share. Also, I have made my presentation very minimal so that I can end the session within 1 hour. So I actually made the session into 3 to 4 blocks. Like first, I would be going with the PowerPoint presentation, and then later on, I would be showing a simple exercises which skaters can perform while they stay home. Good evening, Ravasi sir. So yeah, that's what I would be showing the exercises, and then at the end of this live session, I would take all the questions. Also, I will come back as yesterday Srikant sir also told. I would also come back with your questions, what you have. But one more thing, the PowerPoint presentation which I'm going to stream is taking each slide will be taking around 30 to 40 seconds. So just I would be explaining while I give you the PowerPoint presentation. Sometimes it may not match what I'm explaining, but you can always come back and you can see the information which I am presenting you all. So let's go. I would start with my PPT. This is more about early sports specialization. I would give you the definition of that. I have other screen also, so I'm also watching it because it's taking around 30 seconds while I stream each slide. Hope you all can see because it should not be an issue. Okay, so it starts like early sports specialization. The definition of it: choosing to participate in one sport and participating in the sport for greater than 8 months per year. So sometimes we start very early at the age of 6 or 7. It starts as a fun. Usually, it starts as a hobby and fun, or sometimes we carried away seeing somebody else doing it. Our children feels it's fun. We start skating, but then uh, before they learn the fundamentals, the whole point of this presentation is uh, where we are lacking when we actually grow up and we start winning, where we are lacking at international level, especially at sometimes it applies for the national level also, sometimes it applies for your state level competitions also. So quitting sports to focus on one, maybe sometimes you might be already doing some other sport, but you like the sport, so you come here, you quit that sport and you start focusing more on this sport. So this is what the definition is. Disadvantages, I really don't want to say it is a big issue starting at early age. It is always good to start at early age. I recommend starting at the early age. But the disadvantages, if you start at an early age and you burn out them very early, the disadvantages are increased psychological stress on the athlete, potential increased rates of injury, possibly increased burnout and dropout rates. We see many of the young skaters dropping out, very good skaters also. Many the state level players, or let's be a national level player, they drop out very early because sometimes the athletes can't express themselves what's happening with them. Sometimes they perform very good at initial years, and later stages when it comes they may not perform and they are not able to express that. Here at this point I would like to tell all the parents, मैं यही बोलना चाह रहा हूँ कि कभी भी you have to take the athlete's decision into consideration. Let it be at any stage. फर्स्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग इज बच्चा स्पोर्ट को एंजॉय करना चाहिए. बच्चा अगर स्पोर्ट को एंजॉय नहीं कर रहा है, देन देर इज नो पॉइंट इन यू फोर्सिंग देम टू डू द स्पोर्ट. सो कभी भी वी हैव टू टेक द कंसिडरेशन ऑफ द एथलीट्स and we should involve them in the decisions, and we should also see to it that they enjoy the sports first, more than winning, more than anything else. They have to enjoy the sport, because day one when we come, it is that we come in a motive that it is like a hobby, or we need to have some fun. Sometimes we go and join in some coaching centers, parks, or sometimes we start it in the school. So the whole point of this is to have fun while playing the sport. So please parents, मैं यही बोलना चाह रहा हूँ कि don't pull out their fun from the sport. Let them enjoy the sport. While enjoying, also let them learn the fundamentals properly. Then they can start doing it. So next is injuries. Injuries can be two ways: acute and chronic. One of the most common concern is overuse injuries. Overuse injuries में यही हो सकता है कि अगर कभी बच्चा बार बार बोल रहा है कि मेरे को इधर it is paining it, and we still might neglect small injuries, but which can lead and it will become very serious injuries. Example, inline skate, अगर बच्चा quad से inline कर रहा है, अगर उसका edging ठीक नहीं है, अगर खड़े होने नहीं हो रहा है inline skate पे, और उसका अगर पाँव पैर दर्द दे रहा है, then it is the responsibility of the not only the coaches here. See, coaches are actually there to help you always, but the communication between the coach, the athlete and the parent is very important in any stage. Agar if you are not able to communicate to the coach properly, then it is going to be very difficult for developing the athletes. Pronation problem, मैं ये बोलना चाह रहा हूँ कि अगर we don't know, many of us don't know what kind of injuries are there. Actually, even for many good athletes, I see they face a lot of problems with their foot pain or shin pain or whatever pains they come across. So that is very important to know about sports injuries also. We should always have some backup sports specialist का डॉक्टर होना चाहिए, फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट होना चाहिए, but it's in later stage. So pronation is this. कई बच्चों को होता है ये. It is a normal thing. It is not we can't say it as a big injury or a disorder or something. Sometimes this impacts a lot in the roller skating, because it is all about standing on your legs and doing it for a longer time. So pronation is one major thing in the skating where we need to take care, especially if you are aiming for a high competitions. If you're going for the goals for international competitions and all, early stage you have to know about this kind of injuries. Pronation. Problem with the pronation is over pronation can be the flat foot. Sometimes ये biomechanical problem होता है. It is related to your genes or walking patterns, landing patterns. कभी हम लोग उतना ध्यान से नहीं देख सकते. We just go with what actually others are doing, but we should always have a self-assessment of our children. We should, even before they start the sport, these kind of things are very important. So I'm not reading out all the slides because definitely it is taking some time. I will try to end my PowerPoint presentation and I will take your questions and I will answer your questions. Yeah, injuries due to the pronation can be shin splints, bunion, heel pain, stress fractures. Stress fractures can't be seen and it is an internal injury. Just awareness. We see the problem is we have enough data now. We have like our super seniors like Praveen sir is there, Shrikant sir is there, Rahul bhai is there. We all have enough data now, and not only we, many people in India have enough knowledge and enough data. Only thing is to that we all should work as together in a platform, and we should do this awareness to the skaters and the coaches, upcoming coaches, and also the athletes. So early specialization in sports also brings in depression while losing at training sessions, fear complex to race, lack of physical ability at later stages. Later stages माने अगर बच्चा कोई अच्छा कर रहा है, he is doing good at age of 7 or 8. There is no rule that he should perform good at age of 16 or 17, because he was not tried to his fundamentals, a lack of motor skills also. And never ever compare with somebody else. अगर ये बच्चा 7 साल में कर रहा है, देन अगला बच्चा 10 साल में कर सकता है, बिकॉज अर्ली डेवलपर्स होते हैं, लेट डेवलपर्स भी होते हैं. तो ये चीज को ध्यान में लगाते हुए यू शुड ऑल्सो टेक दिस. Now, when I go to the fundamentals, see, I marked in red. Fundamentals also should be in a mode of fun. It should not be a subject for a 6-year-old kid or 8-year-old kid. I will tell you what age is the right age to specialize in the sport, and before that, what stages they have to pass. I will also tell you that these are the fundamentals. So fundamental starts like this. Yeah, they roll on the skates. Yes, I don't say that they should not win in the early stage. It is okay even if they win, or if they are not winning also, it's okay. But then the fundamentals, the environment what they are going should be fun filled and playful. Then only they will enjoy the sport. Also they learn the sport. Important elements in improving the basic fundamentals. Fun filled sport पे must be, मैं यही बोल रहा हूँ, हर stage में you have to take the athletes into the consideration. You should see with not only about the sport, let it be school, let it be anywhere, any activity they are going. First they should enjoy the activity, then only they can learn something out of that. Yeah, exploring multi-sport activities. Yes, here multi-sport activities, what I mean to say is skating. If at all, we are all coming from a background of skating, so skating is always there. It's a primary sport for us, but with that skating also you need to have some secondary sport. Let it be at school level, let it be at club level. Maybe if he or she is going for the skating for 5 days a week, probably they can spare one more day for some other sport which they can have fun. They can improve their fundamentals. They can have some good coordination skills with other team members and other players. So keeping skating as a primary sport, they should also have some secondary sport as a backup. Because what happens here at this point, I will also tell you, many of the good skaters, let it be at national level or state level, sometimes we come from a different social background. So sometimes what happens is, अगर हम लोग relocate होते या migrate होते, then you may not have the infrastructure to skate, or you may not find any good clubs to skate. So then it should not be like a player is doing since last 6-7 years, and just that he relocated his place, parents relocated their place, they can't drop out of the sport. So it is a big thing. We should think about a long-term planning in the sports. It is not only about winning, it is all about involving in the sport, staying fit, staying active, learn some skills about it, and implement that in your lifetime. Adapting new skills for sports and fun, yes, at this stage. And these are the basic fundamentals. Now, here you need to observe, even before they come to a sport, let it be a 6-year child or 7-year child, they should have this, fundamentals. अगर बच्चा रनिंग कर रहा है, before even he joins any sport, or hopping, or skipping, so these kind of fundamentals are very important. And this is not right that you need to blame somebody else, because it is as a parent, हम अगर बच्चे लोगों को walking सिखा रहे हैं, sport literacy, basic things. I'm not telling you teach them many things. Just basic things we should teach them: stretching and twisting, turning, landing. We have many things in the YouTube. Maybe the thought process of we all never started, on many of you might doing this already. Many coaches might be doing this, but this is what I want to do. These fundamental skills before they even start some sporting activity. This is what it should be. And now I am coming to the stages according to their age classifications, training stages, how generally it goes on. Here, don't mistake me. If somebody is winning at 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, that is absolutely okay. But with that also, they should more focus, more than their results at the national level. They should more focus on their fundamental skills, because early stage only we can have them doing this fundamentals. At later stage, you can't really force somebody to do all this kind of fundamentals. 5 to 7 years, the classification is like this, because now that Federation has taken a real good initiative and started with age groups of 5 to 7, 7 to 9, 9 to 11, 11 to 14. Now, when it comes to 11 to 14, this is the time where an athlete should be perfect at all the skills, all the fundamentals. Let it be related to the sports or basic sport fundamentals, or regular fundamentals. These are the phases now. Now you see here, boys and girls at 6 years, active start, fundamental movement skills, okay? And then 6 to 8 years, also fundamentals. This fundamental movement skills is even before you start the sport. Even before you start the sport, you have to see the basic movements of a child. Then at 6 to 8 years or 9 years for the boys, and now from here on, there will be a difference between 1 to 2 years between boys and girls. Girls develop very early, and boys will develop little late than girls. So never compare anyone. Within us, we have a lot of variation, gender, and also you have late developers and early developers. So don't compare while you are in the sport. And when it comes to the 8 to 11 years and 9 to 12 years for the boys, it is learning to train. They will start learning to train. There also, it is not that learning to win or training to win, or it is training to learning to train at age of for boys it is 9 to 12 years, and for the girls it is 8 to 11 years. Now it is when they enter 12 to 16 years for the males and 11 to 15 years for the females. It is training to train. They start training to train. And then when males come to 16 years, in between 20 years, it is learning to compete. So this is the stage we have to focus more how to compete. अगर मैं practice कर लिया मेरा, I've done a lot of practice, I have done a lot of sessions year round. I have to go compete in a race. What is a competition? How to compete? How to plan a race? How to do the strategies? All these things coaches will teach them at this age. But by this age, I see many of us are dropping out. Let it be, if you see now the competitions, at least now we have this younger age group, and we are seeing many skaters coming around. But when you see at the later stage, at this stage, learning to compete stage, people are dropping out of the sport. See, sport is not all about winning. It is all about, how passionate you are, how committed you are to the sport. That is how it is actually. So there is no rule that only every skater who trains around the year should win. Definitely we should have a goal. Definitely we should aim for big. But then before aiming, there should be some preparation. So when it comes to females, 19 to 23 years, it is training to complete. Okay. Now they will learn. Here they will learn. Now they will train for that competitions. And then when it comes to males, it is 20 to 23. And when the last stage, it is training to win. So females, it is 23. And also here when it comes, because as the females go on, it is they have that certain stage where they have this slap at 23 years. So this is how it should be. Now 5 to 7 years, many of you might start like this, or seeing somebody else who's skating, or seeing some maybe seeing some friends, or seeing some relatives, or seeing somebody who get inspired, or seeing going to the parks or coaching centers, you get inspired and you join your kids. 5 to 7 years, this is how they start. I don't mistake me here also, there are many good skaters who are actually achieving at this age also, but more than that, I go with my fundamentals now again. So adaptation to sportive environment, yes, as I said you, it should be fun filled. So they have to get adapted to the sporting environment. And development of gross motor skills, and just little words, if somebody is not able to catch up, please come back to the presentation, and you can always Google it and you can go with it, and you can know what is motor skills are, gross motor skills are, and all. And moving on, it's like moving on skates, and adaptation to improve the exercises for good skating position and all. The training days for these kids would be 6 days per week. 6 days करेंगे ये लोग ट्रेनिंग, इससे मतलब ज़्यादा नहीं करना चाहिए ये एज में. 6 days also, it should be playful for them. Methodology, like teaching, like it should not be forceful. And you can see here some other pictures also, like school also, they have to participate in this kind of activities. Hurdle jumps, and then going from the rings and cones and all these things. And 90 minutes of the session, these kids will be doing. And maximum wheel diameter would be 80 mm. Here I'm talking about, whenever you see the wheel diameter, it is about inline. So 80 millimeter is the maximum diameter what they use. And the competitions, what they can participate, what they will be participating is inter-school, club, district, state, and national championship. Okay, and this is how it is. Some kids we see actively going on the roads with the scooter. So this is how they should enjoy the sport. It is not that only go race, or if you are losing, you yell at them, or you scold them, or they get depressed. This is not it. This is about the schooling and their activities in school. If they are doing this kind of, it's not about the school. If they are doing this kind of activities in the school, it is okay. Otherwise, in the academies and clubs, many of them are already doing it. We can also plan this kind of activities at least weekly, once or twice, so that they get to learn many skills from these kind of activities. You can alter as you want. So yeah, 5 to 7 years can play like this, all the sports. Primary, see, I'm not telling you that you need to quit something to play something, but there should be always a backup. Primary is sport if you are choosing as skating, and you have to have a backup, a secondary sport. Now we come to stage where they enter into 7 to 9 years, development of fine motor skills, and balance on they should balance. They should be learning this balancing on one foot with the skates. Before they start doing that, they should actually start doing without skates also, balancing on one foot. Many of may not be knowing that also at this age. So यही बोलना चाह रहा हूँ, अगर स्केटिंग से पहले कुछ आप सिखाना चाह रहे, पहले छोटे छोटे चीज सिखाइए जो वो बच्चे लोग को आदत हो जाए. Otherwise क्या हो जाएगा, if you go directly and put them on skates, they won't learn all these things. Jumping on skates and adaptation for lateral movements and turns and crossovers, this is what they learn at this stage. Now I'll coming to their training days and all. Same, they'll be training for 6 days per week. The maximum wheel diameter here, if it is inline, it will be 90 millimeter. If at all somebody who is not able to carry a 90 millimeter wheel, then it will be like they can stick to 80 millimeter, or we do have 84 millimeter, but I would suggest 80 millimeter wheel. And here timing for the session is like 90 minutes, and it's also playful, but here they will start learning sport specific skills. Sport specific skills in the sense, same thing. स्केटिंग के लिए जो स्किल्स चाहिए, टेक्निकलिटीज चाहिए, अगर वो सीखना है तो दे विल स्टार्ट लर्निंग हियर बिकॉज दे ऑलरेडी हैव कंप्लीटेड देयर स्टेजेस इन फंडामेंटल्स बिफोर कमिंग टू द स्पोर्ट. Okay, they can start doing on skate, track, road. For 5 to 7 years I don't suggest going on road. They can still enjoy doing on the track, but here they can start doing road training also in the circuit, in the safe road, not an open road. And same thing, hurdles, cones, and swimming, that's what I'm telling you. If it is a secondary sport, if you're having swimming weekly once, they can do swimming also. It is good as much as they play when they are young, rather than playing one sport. They can just explore all the sports, keeping your primary sport as skating. This is the picture from Colombia. This is how they actually do. At this point, I would tell, even me, if I see, sometimes I get carried away with the speed, winning medals and all, but after so many years of experience, seeing all the international championships, I really felt probably first we should understand what the sports is exactly all about, and also we should understand how good we can build our fundamentals before we win something. So this is a picture from Colombia. We never measure our technical skills, do we? We never measure. We only go with the results. We only go with the race positions or the training session timings, or for the speed skating, at least I'm telling. We always go with the speed. We always go with the race strategies. We always go with the, let it be for the kids, I'm telling you. Now, as I'm talking about the early stage, I'm just talking about the early stage. We always go with this, and we don't measure, we don't maintain any data for this. We never maintain a data for our skill development. We only maintain a data for मेरे बच्चे का इतना टाइमिंग था 1000 मीटर्स में, मेरे बच्चे का इतना टाइमिंग था, मेरे बच्चे ने फर्स्ट आया, सेकंड आया, थर्ड आया. बट कोई ये बात नहीं करता कि मेरा बच्चा ये स्किल डेवलप नहीं कर सक रहा है, या मेरा बच्चा ये स्किल अच्छा कर रहा है, और मेरा बच्चा अगर मतलब क्रॉसिंग अच्छा कर रहा है, स्ट्राइड अच्छा है, ये मतलब we don't have that awareness. Now that is what I want to, a little information. I minimized all the information what I have, because it's only 1 hour that I have. I minimized it and I made it into this. So this is what exactly I wanted to tell you also. This in Colombia, it is like this. This is how they actually keep a test kind of thing, like you can say competition, let's say competition. So watch this video. Hope I'm not boring you, because the previous sessions were more of something interesting. But this information I anyhow I wanted to present you all, so that we get this awareness. So now there is no rule that each and every skater who's winning at national level should know all these kind of things. Without knowing also, we might come and win nationals. That is good, absolutely good. But later stage, if you ask the athletes to do this kind of skill development activities, it is very difficult. It is very, very difficult at the later stage when they enter 15, 16, 17 years. It is very difficult. So I request all the coaches, parents, coaches who are already doing, I appreciate it. And I know that many of the coaches are doing it these days. I do understand. And many of the coaches whom I know, they are doing this at the school level also. In the schools also, they are making the athletes do this. So I request, please start doing with this. So this is how it works in Colombia. It's not their races and all. They see the skill development. So this is about 7 to 9 years, lateral movements and turns and zigzag and all. jumping on skates. Acha, here when I say jumping on skates, maybe our kids might not jump without skates also sometimes. So when I say fundamentals, before even you enter the sport, try to uh, make them learn these kind of fundamentals: jumping, throwing, turning, all these things without skate. Everything coach should not be doing it. Like coach is there for you to help in the sport, but before that, you have to gain some knowledge what exactly the sports are. If a child is not able to jump normally, we can't expect the child to jump on the skates. And a child who is not able to jump at the age of 6, we can't expect that child to jump at the age of 10 or 11. Balance with one leg, okay, on the skates. We come to 9 to 11 years. At this stage, adaptation to the turns, adaptation to the sport specific techniques. Yes, now it is the coach's job to teach them techniques. But if at all a child is not ready to, receive that from the coach, then coach will really try hard to teach them, but never ever compare to individuals, because they at this stage also we can still have one thumb rule that early developers and the late developers. And so the female and the male, the gender difference also is there. Females might develop early by 2 or 3 years. So kindly don't compare the individuals here. And then self video analysis. Yeah, when it comes to Pushkar sir is there, he's coming about the data management, but still a bit I'm not telling you here. Maintaining a training log, including the training log includes your timing, your session detail, and how many days an athlete is doing, or how much he's clocking, and the self video analysis. They can also have their self video analysis: how my bending, how my movements are, how my hand coordination is, leg coordination is. All this also they should start collecting from this age, and this should be doing by athlete, not the parent. Parents should actually support them, when they should not do all these things, but athlete by himself or herself should start doing this. And training this for them is also same, 6 days a week, and wheel diameter maximum 100 millimeter. Session time would be 120 minutes for them, little increase because they have already trained. This is for sub junior, I'm telling, not for the 9 to 11 age group. And training would be capacity planning. Athlete and the coach and the parent should know how much can a athlete take that load. The load management should be discussed among the coach, parent, and the athlete, because we have passed all the stages there. Now we will have a rough figure about the sport and how the sessions go on. So we should have some knowledge here, and parents as well as the athletes also should be discussing with the coaches, which is very important. And they will skate on the track, road circuit, and open road sometime, because sometimes we go, and I do suggest when you go for open roads, please go with your coaches, so that they will know better than athlete and the parent what is the best kind of training when you go for an open road. And bicycling, yes, cycling can be started at this age group. As Rahul sir was really telling about, the cycling is one good thing where we can train hard about the sport. And off skate, yesterday Srikanth sir really wonderful exercises, but I know that he would be having tons of exercises with him. Still he can't show everything there on the live. And so off skate also we should focus more from this age, sub juniors. CrossFit, gym means, don't mistake me, not lifting the weights and all, just going and getting used to the bands. And they should know what is the gym environment is. For the later stage, they should have knowledge from at this stage only. So still they will be doing all those things where they used to practice at the early age with the hurdles, cones, rings, cross country, swimming pool. playing different sports. Yes, secondary sport is always their entire the sports career. Even after they quit the sport, I suggest one should always be in sports lifelong if you are really professional at sport. And here at this stage, they start doing different championships like national, international, and open international championship. Also, the federation has been sending teams. This also a great initiative by our federation. Previously, it was only world and Asian, but now some open tournaments are also going on, and federation is officially sending the teams to the open championships also. And training camps, yes, various training camps federation was been conducting as last year, so they can also join those training camps at this age. But do understand, if at all they complete all the stages, then they can start aiming at this kind of things. Now it comes to the specialization, and this is the important thing, what I want you all to understand. Here also, I don't mean that you need to quit something to be specialized in one sport. You should always have your backup plan before doing this. Yeah, athletes at this stage, based on individual commitment and volume and intensity of training and performance results, when I say, please don't mistake me, results of your training sessions. Also, results means we all directly think the race positions and the gold medals or anything of that sort. Results means your day-to-day result, and your progress, your quarterly progress is also matters a lot here. That is the reason you have to maintain a data. Then only you can understand what's going on with your performance at every stage. So this is how it is. Participate in year-round high-intensity individual event and position-specific training within a high-quality training environment. So I'm running out of the time. It's almost like 38 minutes. So yeah, learn to perform skills under a variety of competitive conditions, compete at a national level, develop international competition skills, abilities, optimize recovery, regeneration with schedule, periodization. Periodization starts with this age. Coach will know better how many competitions you will play any year, and what is your training pattern, and what are the training schedules, how much load management should be given to an individual. So this is something like at this stage we will start working very professionally. Now it's youth athletes development stage. Since we passed all the stages, now the youth athlete stage. When I come here to the youth athlete stages, it is something really important to concentrate. At the youth level, we should have this support to develop an athlete. A technical coach who's always there, your lifelong. Also, medical support like a sports doctor. I would suggest you should also have in an early stage, because sometimes kids, they can't express us what's going on, but internal injuries we may not know, and with that injury, still with the willpower, one can do and win a championship or perform good at training sessions. But definitely we should have a sports doctor, and now that in our country we have many experts who are working. So yeah, sports doctor, physiotherapist, a nutritionist, and evaluations and training exchange programs. Sometimes we should not feel really bad about training exchange programs. We can discuss with our coach, and if something is good for an athlete, and if coaches are having some plans about their training and exchange programs with local clubs, not only about skating clubs, local sports expert or sports administrations. If the coaches have some access to that kind of places, we can exchange our training plans, and we can also compare with the other sport, how it is going with the other sport and how it is going with our sport. This should be there at this stage. Yes, now it comes to their trainings. Same 6 days per week, and maximum wheel diameter would be 110 mm, and session would be 120 to 150 minutes. At this also, they should have a capacity planning, periodization. They should understand the periodization importance with the coach, and athletes should have a good bounding. with the coach. And skating would be same thing: track, road, open roads also, and also cycling, off skate, CrossFit, gym, hurdles. So all these things will be followed there in every stage, because we started from a very early stage. This will be starting. So, but you should remember that from the early stage, if at all you are planning, and the importance of the sport, not only the athlete, a parent should also know. Sometimes when it comes to this stage, many parents drop out because of the stress in the sense, if they are not able to manage this education and they are not able to manage the sports, then. But here also I feel, it is my personal opinion, you should always discuss with the skater before you plan something for them. It is very important, because after reaching at this stage, after putting so much of effort as an athlete, if suddenly they should drop out of the sport life, then it is something emotional thing which is there with the athletes, because they have put in so much of effort here, not only as a parent, as a coach, even athlete also have this emotional attachment with the sport. So it's very important you consider your kids in every stage of their sportive life. Now I'm coming for my exercises, simple exercises. Sorry, all the viewers, I'm not able to demonstrate because I am here with this PPT in a room, so I can't demonstrate the exercises. You can Google the exercises, and you can get these exercises on the YouTube also. Simple exercises, many of you might be doing it, but still it is my job to tell you all about these exercises. Explosive jumps, I'm going to tell you one. Second thing is star balance test, and then one leg balancing exercise, and then the beep test. And the beep test, it works for your cardiovascular thing, and you can do this at on your terrace or wherever you have at least a minimum space of 20 meters is required for this beep test. So yeah, explosive jumps. So the definition for this is like this: explosive jumps, also called as box jump. It's a plyometric move which is mainly strengthens your lower body muscles and blah. So yeah, if at all you don't have the equipment for doing this, you can use one of these, because I do understand now we all can't go out, step out of their house. So you can go with the basic things what you have, probably a proper stool kind of thing, or I used a travel box trolley. So the middle thing is mine. I was jumping last week. I was just training on this jumps to just demonstrate my own team members. I would show you the jump, just a minute. That is the jump. Then star balancing test. The SEBT test also is very important, because as a skater, what I feel is balance is and coordination is more important for us while we pass all the stages. Let it be for a 6-year-old, or let it be for a 20-year-old athlete who's performing on skate. Balances and coordinations are very important. So kindly go and Google this, because I'm not able to give you the demonstration due to some problems at my end. So this is how it works. SEBT test, star balance test. I'm just playing here. Yeah, you all can start putting your questions if you have some. We are almost reaching, but before that, I would also share my one of the recent international championship, a open tournament information, which I've been with Federation and also with some of our Indian skaters. I would share that information also. Please Google this, because this is a long video I kept inside the slide. And one leg balancing, and this is also one good exercise, what I feel, to improve your focus, concentration, and also the balance and coordination. As Praveen sir was telling, mind, it is all about mind game. You should be very strong from your mindset. So this is one leg balancing with closing your eyes. You can perform this. Initially, you might have problems. You can take support of the wall or something like that, and you can perform this. Please go to the YouTube and you can get these exercises there. This also improves a lot of balance and coordination. Then next we are having the beep test. Yes, beep test is a audio. Basically, I can't demonstrate here because I'm telling you repeatedly. You should have a 20 meters of space to perform this test, and it is an audio where you can start running on the beep to the other end, and you will reach the other end before the beep attempts. So this will have a lot of stages, and this can be useful for improving stamina, cardiovascular capacity, and all. So this also you will get it on the YouTube. Okay, now coming to the international championships, and why I am repeatedly telling fundamentals are important for us. Here, if you see, age of this group is skaters is like between 11 to 12 years. This was last year when we visited Flanders Grand Prix, and Federation is sending team since 2014. And here at this stage, I would like to tell, I have been accompanying to the Flanders Grand Prix every year since last 6 years. So at this stage, since 2014, I see our skaters of 11 within 12 years are performing really great, and they are really dominating. And last year it was like we had around 5 to 6 skaters in the same group, and top 3 positions were ours. You can't believe, in all the races we dominated. It's a European last stage of the race, Flanders Grand Prix. It's in Europe, Belgium. So at this stage we are really excelling, but immediately when they jump to the next age group, now they see the results. Top 3 you can find from India, and 5th also from India. But this is called Scholarian boys. The group is named as Scholarian. After this, you have Cadetian. In the cadet group, we till date we got only, if I'm not wrong, I don't know, I have the correct information because I have been visiting since last for 6 years. Till date, we got only once, that is in 2014, only by one skater who won in 500 meters and 300 meters. After that, till date, we are not able to achieve the cadet group. So the cadet group is something like from your 13, 14 and 15 years. So that is the stage where the other countries are performing good. That is the stage where we are dropping out. It is very important to protect our athletes. Now, if I see this top 3 Indians, it is very important for us to protect these athletes, and let it be any club, any coach. We are all, as a nation, we have to improve our sport. Federation is putting so much of effort by doing all this. It is only for improving our sport. So we should protect our athletes in a later stage without dropping out and without getting burned out. This is on the podium. On my right, I can see Devi Shri Prasad and Shiva from, I think is from Delhi, and also you from extreme left, I can see Anish Raj. So they dominated all the races in the international championship. So basically what I want to end with this presentation is, don't pressurize the kids at the early age. Don't pressurize them to win the races. Don't pressurize them to go for a training session. It should always be a fun-filled activity for them. It should not be a subject for them. This is what I want to tell you all, and I would try to take some questions before I end my session. I'm not sure how this works. I'm using a third-party app to get into it, but I can't see the comments here because I am stuck with this. Yeah, I hope you all can see me now. I face little difficulty to see the comments. Let me just wait. Yeah, now I can see the comments. I am just seeing the comments on my mobile. Probably I may not reply, but I can just answer you all. Sandeep, thank you. Thank you. Any questions? You can all put your questions here. Thanks, Arjun Gandotra. Thanks, PK Singh sir. Thanks, Pushpender. Please put some questions if you have. Thanks, Devan sir. Thanks, Vikram. Thank you very much. Thanks, Jitender. Thanks, Elizabeth. Thanks, Devishri. Sir, what about the people who get pressure when they are into 9 to 10, sir? That's what I'm telling. This is a question put from Satyanarayana. That's what that is all about. What I'm telling. Pressure when we have to discuss with the kids. If some kid is having pressure about racing or about training session or something that he is not able to learn, definitely we should start discussing it with it. And we have many experts in the counseling field also these days. So I probably feel we should first discuss within our team, and we should start discussing with the coach also. Thanks, Raju. Thank you. Please do put some questions. Sir, I'm in skating for a very long time, but not able to achieve medal at nationals. Definitely, you can, Ankit Agarwal, you can definitely do it. But before that, I feel you should start focusing on your techniques and where you are lagging, and also try to discuss with your coach and try to get it solved. And I'm not know how you perform and all, but definitely, I don't know your age also, Ankit Agarwal. Probably it is never late. Here at this point, I just want to tell you one thing. It is never late that we, start putting inline or something like that. As our previous speakers told, I will also try to address about Aryan Pal. This guy is from Chandigarh. He was he's from Chandigarh, and he was a good quad skater. He dominated around 5 to 6 years there in the quad until 2018 Vishakhapatnam, I guess, probably, if I'm not wrong. 2019 he won medal in senior category by shifting to inline. So his age at 2019 might be around 18 years. He was not changing to inline because the problem was the resource for him. He was not having a good track at that place at that time. Now Chandigarh is coming with tracks. So he migrated and he relocated his place to Gurgaon with one of the good skater who wanted him to practice with him is Pankaj. Pankaj with a great this thing, he invited him, and Pankaj trained him for an year, and now at last year we can see a tremendous result with Aryan Pal after skating so long years in the quad. So there is no rule that we can't develop at the later stage also, but always the thumb rule is you should know the sportive background, and you should be able to do your fundamentals good at early age, so that you don't suffer at the later stage. All good skaters of ours, let it be Dhanush, let it be Pankaj, let it be Harshveer, Teju. Harshveer Teju was Asian medalist, and Aarti, Varsha Puranik. Varsha Puranik is one good example that she can maintain her sport life until the late 30s. Also, Aarti, with doing this, both are doing with the professional careers, they are maintaining their sport career also. So this is called long-term development plan. We should have a long vision, not that we should start winning and counting your medals at the early stage, but learn more, have some fun, then only you can stay long in the sport. The Lalta, are 110 wheels compulsory for juniors? No, the millimeter wheels, what I told is, if they can use till that extent, because the federation also have declared the rules and regulations. 110 is not compulsory. It depends on the person to person. If the skater is able to manage with the 110, it is good. Otherwise, they can stick to 100 also. Very nice. Thank you, Praveen sir. Damodar, how to practice for international? This is all about how to prepare ourselves in the sport. It is not about for aiming for international and all. First, even before they aim for an international, first they have to start looking about uh, local competitions, and their fundamentals should be good. Any more questions? In which age we concern the sport doctor for 8 years old daughter? I don't think that if something is serious, definitely you can concern the sports doctor. But I do know that many of our coaches also are really good to suggest you and give you the solutions. So even before you suggest a sports doctor, first you need to consult your coach. If you have a problem, then the coach will definitely direct you and guide you better than anyone else. Please refer some shin guard for the kids. Not, any more questions? It's removing really fast, and sir, I'm trying to win against the competitors from last 1 year, but I'm not satisfied. Shivani, see, I just want to tell you this thing. Probably you from being a good skater, not able to compete about you're talking about state or national, whatever it is. But even before that, you have many more things to do that. Not only the competition, you have many more things to do that. As I told you, you should always understand the sports background in overall, and also think about your self capacity and capabilities. It is not about winning. So maybe you're not satisfied for a reason, because you are putting a lot of efforts, and your parents are putting a lot of efforts, and you are not able to make it out. But do understand what are the shortfalls, and not in skating, in general, for the sports. Thanks, Giri sir. Any more questions, Vihangi? Thanks, Vihangi. I think I am running out of my time. It is 59 minutes. I'm not sure. So, any more questions, Ankit? In squats, our keens should not come over the toes. Ankit, we have different exercises, so definitely each exercise has some protocols. So before you do some exercise, please do understand. Yesterday, what Srikanth sir explained, really the presentation was really clear at what exercise impacts where. he explained you all. So that is how it is. So before you perform some exercise, you should know the protocols of the exercise. If we do this exercise, where in which muscle it exactly impacts, and what is the outcome of that exercise, we should know. Thank you, Satya sir. Any more questions? Rahul Ghosh, thanks for the information. Hardeep Singh ji, no, high-low chassis are not out. It is only that wheel size, they can't exceed the wheel size as per the rules. So they have to stick to the rules, and they can do it. High-low chassis are always there. Whether it will be 3 into 110 and 100, or let it be 2 into 110 and 200, it's always there. In places where there is no good track, what should be the skater doing it? Yeah, skaters should be practicing more of road. If you're not good at track, if you don't have the resource, then yes, definitely I do. But also you can talk with your coach, and you can start practicing whenever we get opportunity to try on a track, maybe in some holidays or something like that. Let me see. Would take some more questions. What is the remedy would you suggest for quad cadet skaters? Same thing. Let it be quad or inline. The fundamentals are same. Everything is same. But I do understand the quad and inline. Basically, we can take it as a two different sports, because when it comes to the technicalities, inline is of more technique. So a skater who's shifting from quad to inline should focus more. That is how I've given an example of this guy, Aryan Pal. He was really good in the quad section also, and extraordinary. So he was good at his fundamentals. I'm not talking the fundamentals about the sport specific skills. Even before that, he was an active athlete. Maybe I don't know more about that guy, but he was good athlete. So it was easy for him to migrate. At the age of 18 years, he wore inline, and within 1 year, he was a national medalist. Thanks, Anup. Organization, I don't feel somebody asking to tell about the organizations. I don't think we have a lot of organizations. It's only Roller Skating Federation of India who's actually sending the teams for the international, and it is one and only organization as far as roller sports is concerned. And I don't see any other organization here. And stay tuned. We are coming with Shripad sir tomorrow, and after that, Kalyan sir is there, and Pushkar sir. Shripad sir will also let you know how to have a good team atmosphere, and how to build a teaming and all. And again, Kalyan sir is coming. Kalyan sir will also let you know about conditioning, the strength conditioning and all. So please stay tuned. Any more questions? Okay, so I'm signing off. Thank you very much.